and good afternoon, San Antonio. Welcome to the Happy Handyman Show. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. Let me tell you where we're located, just in case you get a little excited about some of the stuff I'm going to talk about today. Because I don't know, there's some things sometimes in the warehouse, and our warehouse is a do-it-best warehouse. People always think that we're ace, but we're not. We're do-it-best, okay? And sometimes some things are so cool, they run out of them in the do-it-best warehouse, and then I can't talk about them on the air too much because I don't have them to sell, right? But I've gotten some stuff back in stock and I'm super excited to tell you about it. I also want to give you some, I don't know if anybody has been affected by that hurricane, if you have relatives, whether, and if maybe you can send them some things. I'm going to do a little recommendation on that. And just even more stuff, okay? But let me tell you where we're located. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway, which is about 2 miles north of Loop 410, right past the light at Lock Hill, Selma. And the phone number here is 210-341-1573. The store is going to be open till 6:30 today, but if you can't make it today, hey, tomorrow we're open 11 to 5 and we can help you with anything that I'm talking about on the radio today. But that's not the only way you can find us. You can go out to the website, happyhandyman.com. That's our name. And you can find the products that I'm talking about. You also can read an article that I write every week giving you more information on how to keep up maintenance around your house. All right, let's talk about something first, okay? I haven't been able to talk about this in a while, and it just made me sick because I was running out at my house, okay? So there's a product called Fresh Cube, okay? And the box that I'm showing on Facebook, and if I didn't mention this earlier, we're also streaming this live on Facebook. So if you ever want to see what I'm talking about, besides hearing what I'm talking about, just pull us up on Facebook, which you can also get that. If you miss it and you want to see a replay, just go out to our website, which happyhandyman.com, or you can go to our Facebook page, which is Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. So we're pretty easy to find, and then we're also on YouTube. We're everywhere. Okay, so Fresh Cube is this really cool thing that you put in your refrigerator. Have you ever heard about products that say it'll help keep your vegetables from going bad so quick? So in other words, how they work is they keep the ripening from happening immediately. It just slows down the ripening process on your fruits and your vegetables, your lettuce, whatever it is like that in your refrigerator. And sometimes it works. I tried them all. From the deals, you put them in little sacks. There's trays that you put down in the refrigerator. I tried them all. They never worked that well for me. And I have this problem because I work all the time, and so sometimes I work late, and so maybe I'm not getting home till 7:30 or 8. Well, I don't feel like cooking at 8 o'clock at night, and so some of the vegetables and stuff that I thought, okay, I'm going to be cooking this week, might go another week before I use them, and then what happens in another week? Well, they're bad, and so then I throw them away. I have to go back and buy them again, and the same thing happens again. I might not get to use them, and I throw them away. And it's just, I was spending so much money and throwing something out. Does anybody kind of resonate with that? Does that happen to you? So, at the last Do It Best show, this Fresh Cube product came up. And one of the Do It Best ladies that's in charge of that area of buying, she said, oh my gosh, Trudy, she says, they let me have some of these about 8 weeks ago. I put in my fridge, my strawberries lasted 3 weeks. And I went, no, they didn't. And she goes, yeah, they did. And so I said, okay, well, we'll try them. And so I put it in my fridge, and it's amazing. It really does do what it says it's going to do. It's $24.99, and it's a 2-pack. So you get enough for 60 days. And all you do is they're sealed on the inside, and you just unwrap the seal off of them and put it in your fridge. And you can put it anywhere in your fridge, because you probably have like things where you keep your vegetables and it closes up, the bins close up, and you think, oh, it's not going to work. Well, I kind of thought that too, even though he told me, and so I leave it open a little bit. But then I got to where I would forget to do that, and guess what? It still works. So if that problem happens to you and you throw out stuff all the time and have to go buy it again and throw it out again, come out and check. And let me tell you, they are on the end cap between 2 and 3, okay? And it's they're in a little box, and it's called Fresh Cube. And I'm telling you, you could get one, okay, and it's got 2 inside. Give one to a neighbor. They will love you for it. Okay. All right, another thing that I haven't been able to talk about a while, and is 2 old goats. We were out of 2 old goats. And so what is 2 old goats? 2 old goats is a cream that if you suffer from arthritis, like in your hands, your knees, your elbows, your shoulders, whatever, your feet and stuff, this 2 old goats will really alleviate the pain. And let me tell you what's nice about it. Because for one thing, it smells good. If you like eucalyptus, if you like the smell, you're going to love the way this smells. The one that I'm showing you on Facebook right now, it says arthritis formula. And there's some that if you don't have arthritis, but it's, you know, aches and pains, they have a regular formula. But I just go straight for the arthritis formula. You know, why stop in between? And put it on your hands and see if it doesn't help. We have testers, and I'll tell people, well, just try it. And they go and they shop and in the store, and they come back and they grab one and goes, it feels better already. And I said, really? Yes. My mom used this 2 old goats on her knee before she had knee surgery for almost 2 years. 2 years, because she did not want to have surgery. She's just one of those people that doesn't want to go under the knife or be put out, and so she says, I'm just going to put it off as long as I can. And she uses 2 old goats. In fact, she still uses it on her knee because her knee is sensitive. So if you have some aches and pains, then I'm telling you, take a look at this 2 old goats and see if it doesn't help you with the pain that you're going through. Now, how many of you, my dad used this Remedy, it used to be called Remedy Skin Repair Cream. Okay, they've changed it a little bit. Now they call it Remedy Moisturize. Okay, if you have thin skin, okay, my dad had such thin skin, and if he just barely touched the edge of something, it would tear his skin. Hey, Karen, welcome to the show. And he was in the hospital one time, and I was going to go see him, and before I got to his room, I could hear a lot of laughter going on, which did my heart so good, because my poor dad had to be in the hospital so much towards the end. And I walked in there, and he and a nurse are just laughing and laughing. And I walked in, he goes, that's my girl, that's the girl, let's tell her about it. And so the nurse told me about this Remedy Skin Repair Cream that they now call Moisturize. And she says this is the best for people with thin skin, and it will help repair, moisturize, and the nice part, it has very little fragrance to it. So a lot of men can use it, and they don't feel overwhelmed by a flowery fragrance or anything like that. But if you have mom and dad or anything like that, then this is something you can get for them, and it would really do. Nurses use this all the time. Okay. A big, oh, Linda, yes, I know you love the tool. Good, good. I'm glad you like it. Teresa, welcome to the show. I appreciate you being part of the show. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of things. Okay, so maybe you do have some family or friends that was affected by this hurricane. And if you can get something to them, let me make a couple of little suggestions. They're going to be inundated with mosquitoes, right? So there is a product called Medela, and it's DEET-free natural insect repellent, okay? It is a great repellent. It doesn't smell. I mean, there's a lot of things that, you know, like this, like off or something like that. And I'm not trying to say those are not great either. I'm just telling you the experience that I have, and the Medela Natural smells so nice. It has just a hint of vanilla in it, and so that counteracts that lemongrass that's in it, because that's what makes this work. And hey, Anthony, thanks for being part of the show. And so this would be something that you could send them. I use this because, of course, I have stuff in my own yard that will take care of mosquitoes, so I usually don't have to worry about mosquitoes. But like if I take Max for a walk, well, it's fair game after I walk out of my yard. And so the Medela Naturals is so nice. I even use it on my dog, okay? I'll spray it in my hands and then I'll rub it over Maxwell. So this is good. I mean, whether you've been in a hurricane or not, if you're looking for, it's safe. You can use it on children that are 6 months and older, okay? Safe for pets and kids. Medela, and it's made by, it's a woman-owned company. I think that's why I was drawn to it at first. All right, now, they're gonna have a lot of standing water, okay? So there is a product called Mosquito Bits, and it will kill mosquitoes in standing water. And then, you know, almost everybody, whenever we're having problems with mosquitoes, they always say, get rid of your standing water. Well, they're not going to be getting rid of standing water for probably a while. And so this would be something you could easily send to them, called Mosquito Bits. They also do the little mosquito dunks, which are the little donut things that you can break up and put in water. And it doesn't hurt your pets or animals. So like if your pets start drinking from the water, it will not harm them. But what this does is it kills the larva. Oh, okay. How about that? Or how about that? She's saying she can't see it. I think I probably show it so quickly. So this is a Mosquito Bits. So come on in. I'll leave everything out on the radio show, and so if you kind of miss getting to see it, then that would be it. But those would be really good to send them. Now, there is a product, and I'm only showing you the small version of this. It's called Concrobium. Concrobium is a like top of the line mold control, okay? When you have mold, there's things that get rid of, like a mold stain. It's a mold stain remover, kind of like Zep, okay? But this is just for staining and stuff like that. It will take care of any mold staining, like in your tub, in your shower, on your grout, anything like that. But when you're talking about flooding, the mold is a whole different ballgame. So even if you need to tell them they need to find the product Concrobium, and if you can send it to them, because probably what will happen is they will run out there, you can put Concrobium down wherever you start to see mold, and it will take care of it completely. It may not take care of the stain that's left from the mold, but it will take care of the mold. And sometimes all that mold and stuff like that just smells so bad, okay? And so you can take care of it with that. All right, so that's just a couple of things that I thought you might be able to send, okay? Hey Cindy, how are you? Welcome to the show. All right, there is something that we've been out of, and I absolutely loved this. This is, Philips came up with a motion detector floodlight. All right, those of you that are watching on Facebook, you see this little round dot at the top? Okay, that is the sensor for the motion detector, okay? So, what does a motion detector floodlight do for you? It makes any light fixture that you want to turn into a motion detector floodlight. So you don't, so like say, because you pay a lot for those that have those big sensors in them, well you can take any socket now and make it a motion detector outside. It doesn't have to have a sensor on it. The light bulb itself has a sensor, okay? And they had a, Philips also had like a little 60 watt. Remember me telling y'all about that? It has a little round dot in the front, and you can put it in your lights like in the front, and as soon as it's more of a dusk to dawn kind of thing. So this is a motion, but they do make a dusk to dawn light that is great for your outdoor lights in the front. And so as soon as it starts to get dark, the lights come on. You don't have to remember to turn them on, and then you don't have to remember how to turn them off. But this is a motion detector, so it will take care of motion detect. So if any motion comes by, and you can you can use these outdoors, it will light up at night on low level with detected motion. The light will turn off with no motion for 60 seconds, and then the bulb is off during the daylight. So we have been out of these, so if you were thinking about this, and it's a 120 watts, so it's going to give you a lot of visibility, and it's only 13 watts, so it never gets hot. So, and it lasts 13.7 years. 13.7 years. Okay. We had Milwaukee today, and if you didn't come by and check out the Milwaukee when my rep was here, we still have some pack out, and if you're familiar with pack out, on sale to the end of today, so to 6:30. So if you're listening and you know somebody at your house wants pack out, here's the sale. And Milwaukee pack out is like, what did my guy say? It's like Tupperware for men. Okay, it's, you can pack all your tools in it, put it in the back, roll it back out of your truck. You can put it in the back and secure it down. It's really amazing where it will keep your tools organized. It's an organization system that is so nice. And if you buy one thing of pack out, it's 10% off. 2 things of pack out, it's 15% off. 3 things of pack out, and it's 20% off. So it's a great deal. You can buy 3 pieces and it'll run you about, I think the last one I ran through, I think it was about 200 and something, and he got everything he needed, and he was so thrilled. So if you know somebody in your house that maybe is looking for that kind of thing for a birthday, for Christmas, today's the right time to do it, because I probably will not be able to put that on sale again till next year. So just to let you know. All right, so we were talking about mold and mildew and staining and things. Okay, and I talked to you about the ZEP mold and mildew stain remover. Okay, let me just clear something up. The stuff that you see in your bathroom, it's not mold. I mean, yes, it could be. I mean, if you just let something, a water leak, go on and on and on and on and on again without taking care of it, yeah, that's going to be mold. It's going to be furry. It's not good for you. But the things that you see, like in your shower, on your grout lines, maybe around the bathtub, that's mildew, and that's not going to harm anybody. It's just, it looks bad. And if you want to clean it up, ZEP Mold and Mildew Stain Remover is so easy to use. You just spray it on, you let it air dry, and that's it. There's nothing else that has to happen. And then you just rinse it off. Now, and the Zep mold and mildew stain remover, that's for white grout. But what if you have an off-white grout? Maybe you have a gray grout. Well, they make another product that's just as good, okay? And it's called Grout Brightener, okay? So it's grout cleaner and brightener, and it's safe for colored grout. So Zep mold and mildew stain remover for white grout, and then the brightener for colored grout. Now, let me tell you this. What if you want to replace? Maybe you are so tired of trying to clean the grout that goes around your tub or around the bottom of your shower, and you're just tired of it, okay? Because probably you have silicone in that area, because that's what plumbers all use. A silicone eye, a silicone caulk, okay? There is a product, if you want to take that out and you don't want to clean mold and mildew any longer, there is a product, it's called Clean Seal. And it's made by Sashco Sealants, okay? I know I've talked to you about Sashco Sealants. Sashco Sealants do wonderful at caulk and at sealing the stuff called through the roof that is great to seal the roof. Any leak that you have on the roof, it's crystal clear, will last for 10 years. All right, well, Clean Seal, okay, is a no mold, no mildew, no scrubbing ever caulk. And the nice part about it is that it's also an adhesive. So say if you had a piece of tile that fell out, you could put the Clean Seal on the back of it and stick it back in place and then go around it like you're grouting around it, and it would never mildew. This stuff is amazing. I remember when it first came out, I mean, it was like unbelievable. Nobody ever heard of a caulk that wouldn't mildew. And now, Poly Seam Seal is also, if you can't find Clean Seal where you are, look for Poly Seam Seal. It's made by Loctite, and it virtually never mildews either. I think they may have a deal on it that says like 7 years, but it does a really good job if you can't find the Clean Seal. Now let me tell you a little tip about putting on grout. If you will put a little liquid soap, not water, not anything else, okay, liquid soap on your finger, when you're smoothing out your grout, it will look so professional, okay? Just liquid soap. Go to your kitchen sink, put some Dawn on your finger, and smooth it out. All right, let me talk to you. How many of you maybe bought a house and out there on the covered patio, or maybe they have a carport area, and they put carpet on it, outdoor carpet, and you don't want it. When I bought my house, they had put outdoor carpet on the front porch. And I was like going, I do not want that on my front porch. So what do? Mine came off very easily, but you know what's left is the glue residue. And Beanie Dew is what will remove adhesive. It's made by the soy gel people. I know it says Blue Bear on it, but they're really soy gel. And it is completely non-toxic. It will remove both latex and an oil-based adhesive, which usually that doesn't happen. It's either one or the other. You have to get a mastic remover. And it has no smell at all. And the only thing is, it doesn't work super fast. It, it's gonna take you a couple of hours. And you put it out, and you put it on about 1/4 of an inch thick, spread it out, let it work. It cannot be like indirect sunlight. So if you have If yours gets some sun, just put something down over it so it doesn't dry out too fast. And in a couple of hours, lift that up, take a plastic putty knife, and go and see if all the adhesive is ready to come up. If it's not, if it looks like it's still sticking, just push it back down, put a little more Beanie Dew in that area, and give it another hour. And then after that, you take and you scoop it all off, and then you rinse off the residue. You might have to use a little soap on it, like maybe a TSP, or you could use that Dawn that's in there in your kitchen and use it. That's a great degreaser, okay? If it degreases your dishes, it'll degrease this too. Now, if you have some paint that you want removed, the same company does a product called soy gel, okay? Soy gel is a no odor paint remover that it'll take paint off of everything. It'll take it off of wood, brick, concrete, metal, and it works kind of like the Beanie Dew. It's a little slower. You don't want to put it in you don't want to put it out in the sunlight. If you're working with a piece of furniture, like that's what I do. I use it on furniture, okay, because it makes my job so much easier. I don't have to sand. And soy gel is what you want to use. Oh my gosh, it's turned on. Oh, it is. Okay, let me tell you where we're located. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. The phone number is 210-341-1573, and that's it for this week, folks. It's time for you to roll up your sleeves and get busy on some of these projects we've been talking about. But by all means, you remember one thing, it will always be a great day to paint. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week.